Browns will have a couple back there to retrieve the kickoff. George Atkinson along with Ricardo Lewis. And the kickoff by Nick Folk, and we are underway in Cleveland. The Jets and Browns, and they're going to leave it in the end zone with a touchback to the 25-yard line. Right to work on first down, looking for his tight end, Barnage. A Pro Bowler a season ago with a nice catch. He was working on Pryor. He's down to the 43-yard line, 42-yard line of the New York Jets on a gain of 32 through the air.
Well, really no surprise. He goes right to his tight end, Gary Barnage, who's been kind of quiet the last couple weeks with all the changes at quarterback. You see he beats Pryor and Stanford right down the middle of the field.
Stanford starting today because of some injuries at the inside backer. 1st and 10. It's behind the tight end here. Tried to get a handle on it. That was Telfer with the coverage on the play by Julian Stanford. Running the ball, 2nd down and 10. This is Crowell. And right into the thicket. Looks like Stanford got a hand on him. Pastor with the block at the right tackle. The wobbly pass caught by Terrell Pryor, who breaks a tackle. He moves down deep into Jet territory. Marcus Gilchrist brings him down. Pryor has converted all 11 third down receptions into first downs. Here is a 1st and 10 for McCown, and it's dropped on the cross right there by the receiver Ricardo Lewis. Ball is in. And again to the outside, a pinpoint pass. It's caught there by Higgins, the receiver, with Pryor and Roberts there.
I mean, this is the guy that they want to feature in this part of the field.
Crowell on 1st and goal. Works his way right into the grasp of Deion Simon and Josh Martin with a gain of 4.
Huge for the Browns.
It's 2nd and goal at the 5 with McCown getting blocks from his tight end. And then throwing in the end zone for a touchdown. It's grabbed by Andrew Hawkins. A 5-yard touchdown pass on the opening drive, and Marcus Williams was beat.
Well, this just took too long to develop. If you're Marcus Williams trying to cover on the back end. You look at McCown, he's looking initially, it's not there. He has the ability to keep his eyes down the field. Always has thrown the ball well in the move and is able to find a wide open Andrew Hawkins in the back of the end zone.
Yard pass to Barnage, a 24-yard pass to Pryor, and it was an 8-play drive with the extra point up and through on the play by Cody Parkey.
Have a veteran quarterback that can come in there and just function in the system.
It's amazing.
I mean, it looks completely different.
Parkey will kick it off to Jalen Marshall. He's a rookie free agent out of Ohio State to a knee. He'll leave it in the end zone out to the 25-yard line with a touchback for the Jets. Patrick, who on 1st and 10 has the offset high. It's Forte. Got by Sheldon, and he's wrapped up in the middle by Ogba, who is their top draft pick, a highly drafted kid out of Oklahoma State. Browns are in the nickel on a 2nd down and 6, and Forte once again trying to get a block right there from his tight end Bostic. And all kinds of pressure brought down after a gain of a yard. Powell is the running back. Fitzpatrick, he needs the 35. Oh, and he got it, and he lost his hat in the process. What a hit. And it was delivered by rookie Brian Body Calhoun, a gain of 5. And he's right at the line of scrimmage with the 1st down.
Well, we talk about nasty hits. I mean, look at this hit from Body Calhoun. It knocks the helmet of Ryan Fitzpatrick clearly off. We know how tough a player he is, but boy, that was a big hit by the safety. Wow.
And the rookie's leaving the field right now. It was a helmet-to-helmet hit, as you can see. What a hit taken by Fitzpatrick.
And he smashed his nose and his face right in the grass.
An observer from the press box who radioed down said we need to check the quarterback because the guy that hit him has left the field, and even Fitzpatrick seemed a little bit woozy getting up.
Wow, that was a big hit.
Pete Morelli has talked with New York and looked at the replay.
Reviewing the play, the runner was down by contact short of the line to gain. Cleveland will not be charged a timeout or a challenge. 4th down.
He's the guy that delivered the hit. Here is Lachlan Edwards, a rookie, to punt for the Jets on their first possession. Duke Johnson waving everybody off. They get a good bounce, and it will be at about the 13. 1st and 10. McCown with Stanford coming on the edge, and it's incomplete. They were looking for Barnage in the coverage on the play by the veteran linebacker, David Harris.
About what they've seen the first series.
With the second down and 10, Isaiah Crowell. Brought down by Stanford once again, losing a yard on the play. They'll push him back to about the 11, maybe the 12.
Hurry, go!
It's a 3rd and 11. Johnson was in the backfield. Big stick right there, leveled by Calvin Pryor. Grab made by Hawkins for the Cleveland Browns. Deep back is Jalen Marshall. There is wind, there is rain. And Marshall has a tough time fielding the ball, and finally jumping on him was Christian Kirksey, who's a linebacker.
You kill!
Forte in the backfield with the 1st and 10 for Fitzpatrick, and going deep, and he's looking downfield for Robbie Anderson. And jousting with him downfield, Jamar Taylor, who has had his troubles in the secondary for the Browns. 2nd and 10 for the Jets.
180!
And this is Matt Forte. Oh, read well on the play. Hit by Demario Davis, the former Jet. Loss of 2. Wesley Johnson is the center for Mangold. Powell was in the backfield and to the sideline, broken up. Once again going for Anderson. Once again the coverage by Taylor. Edwards. 2nd consecutive 3 and out for the Jets. Good punt. It's going to drive Johnson back to the 4. Hang time of 4.69, and 3rd down back will take it up, and he is hit on the play by reserve wide receiver Peak. League has ever seen. 3rd possession for the Browns. 1st and 10. Josh McCown getting by the rush of Richardson, feeding downfield. They got him. It's caught by Pryor. He beat Terrell Revis, and he's got the ball at the Jet. 47, 35-yard catch.
Well, look at the protection. They keep a bunch of tight ends, and they're going to run the tight end on the crossing route. But the guy they really want is Terrell Pryor to the post. You see how shallow the safeties are. Josh McCown knows it. He's got him the whole way. He's able to fit this one in between Pryor and the backside corner, Marcus Williams.
1st and 10, Duke Johnson runs into his own blocker, and then down he goes. Cameron Irving, the center. He found no room. It's a loss of 3 back to James and Bart.
Best football later in his career.
And maybe with a little chip on that shoulder. 2nd and 13 outside the go. Johnson's got it. Harris couldn't get him. Stanford pushes him off on the chalk. And he works his way to the far sideline. It's a 3rd down and 11. Johnson in the backfield, and there's another pass caught by Hawkins right in front of Gilchrist, who was defending. It's a 1st down throw. 1st and 10. They go outside. This is Kevin Hogan, who's in as the quarterback, who just took the place of McCown. Jordan Payton makes the grab. He's hit on the play by Pryor.
For everyone who's dressing, including the young quarterback.
Now McCown back in, and Crowell staggers ahead, and he picks up 5 on the play, hit by Rontez Miles.
Running that zone option.
3rd and 2. Crowell, the block, buys time for his quarterback, but that whistles over the head of Hawkins.
Experience, and that has been a big challenge for Hugh Jackson and the Browns.
Cody Parkey, a 41-yard field goal try, and he's got it, taking the place of the injured Patrick Murray. And then moments ago, they got a 41-yard field goal from Cody Parkey. The ensuing kickoff, and he'll bring it out. Marshall tripped up. Nice defensive play for the Browns on special teams. Ed Reynolds.
Work, you fight so hard to be the starter, it's hard to give it up.
Forte was in the backfield. They go outside to the tight end. That's Brandon Bostic, who was knocked out of bounds across the way. It is a gain of 4. It's 2nd down and 6. Giacomini with the block. Fitzpatrick on the move, and again going for the rookie Robbie Anderson, and again covered by Jamar Taylor. 5 in the secondary. Flag was thrown on that 3rd down and 6.
12 start. Number 78 offense. 5-yard penalty remains. 3rd down.
Fitzpatrick with a 3rd down and 11. And here he goes to the sideline. Tramon Williams is over there covering Chadron Peak, a rookie out of Clemson. 13-yard pickup, first down to the 25.
This is a really good-looking throw by Ryan Fitzpatrick. I mean, he just trusted. This is tight coverage. He puts it in about the only place that the receiver can make the reception. Terrific effort there by Chadron Peak.
180! What's that?
Powell in the backfield. Giacomini the block. And they come up the middle. Sacked on the play. It's the first sack of the game. Jamie Meter coming through, and also Ogba. They bring him down at the 19.
Coordinated rush from the Browns.
As the rain continues to fall here in Cleveland, we have a delay.
Prior to the snap, with the snap imminent, defense, 12 men on the field. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
After the season. Third down, 11. That sails as a flag as Hayden was watching Marshall. Ball may have been tipped on the throw.
Illegal contact, number 23 defense, 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Forte back in.
180! What's that?
First and 10, Matt Forte. Trying to get a block in there from Carpenter and picks up 3. He's up to the 32 and brought down by linebacker Cam Johnson. We begin the second quarter with the first. Make it second down and 7. Fitzpatrick is caught by Anunwa. And he is hit on the play by Campbell and Hayden. It is a 13-yard pick.
Kill! Set!
Into the nickel, first and 10. Forte. Grabbed by Kirksey. It is a 2-yard gain.
Set!
With a second down and 8, it is the draw play, and it is Matt Forte. Nice cut, good run. Another big one for him. Ridden down by Davis. Takes it down to the Cleveland Brown 35. 18-yard pickup and a first down. First and 10. Powell was in the backfield. It was deflected on the play. There was great pressure. Ogba may have gotten in the way.
Off the edge.
Always got to bend your knees. Second down and 10. Fitzpatrick, and he had Powell in the vicinity, but boy, there was a lot of shoving going on, and it looked like he may have been off stride, so it's incomplete. Powell in third and 10. Getting a block from Johnson, and look at this run. Look at that block by Marshall. Over the pylon, it is a touchdown. 35-yard touchdown run. Bilal Powell.
This is all on Ryan Fitzpatrick. Kevin, he changes the play at the line of scrimmage. You see him, he goes up there, he sees something in the secondary. He knows that they're playing 2-deep man coverage, and all they've got to do is block the defender who's covering Bilal Powell in coverage, which is Tracy Howard. And the tackling in the secondary for the Browns has been a problem.
Began back at the 13-yard line after the field goal from the Browns. And that will be through. And the New York Jets are on the board with 12:44 to play. Nick Folk will kick it through the mist in Cleveland. We're going to leave it in the end zone with the receiver, Ricardo Lewis. Josh McCown with the first. Here comes Pryor with the first and 10, and he throws it away. One more note on the. Good block by Crowell. As they go outside here for Ricardo Lewis. It was on the ground. It's incomplete.
And even more.
Third down and 10. Duke Johnson was in. And he's going to get the pass right here. They need the 35. Nice pursuit. Initially hit by Marcus Williams. And he continues to dig. And he's hit by Mike Catapano. Here's in Denver. Now in Cleveland. It's raining a little bit heavier now and more misty. There comes Marshall from the 19 with a hang of 4.47. He goes outside and returns it near the 34-yard line. First and 10. Forte in the backfield. Pulling his Clady. And Carpenter shooting right through. What a defensive play by Christian Kirksey. Throws him for a 4-yard loss back to the 30-yard line of the Jets. Hitting 14. More pressure, and that one's batted down. Nassib was knocking it down, and Shelton was coming up the middle. 14. Isolano with a block there. That's dropped.
The backs have had a difficult time rerouting him at the line of scrimmage because of his size and strength.
Third 3 and out. Edwards the punt. Duke Johnson is back, looking up into the mist. And finally is hauled down on the play by the Jets' Tywan Jones. Side ends here. Josh McCown with the 1st and 10. Crowell the block. Outside they go, looking for Pryor. Incomplete. Revis was defending on the play. 2nd down and 10. Receiver last year. With a 2nd down and 10. Here's Pryor. Revis is on him. Revis is following him, it looks like, on the field to the 36-yard line. Into the nickel, 3rd down and 2. They hit him from behind. Caught by Pryor, right in front of Revis. Hauls him down, getting by midfield to the 49-yard line of the Jets.
If he's able to get a little bit of a flatter throw, he may score.
1st and 10, going deep, but no one's going to be home here because Revis had it covered well, and Pryor looked like he was slow out of the blocks. Incomplete about the 15. 2nd down and 10. So Barnage lets Catapano go by, and then Barnage gets it after the chip. And then David Harris chases down Barnage, and a flag thrown across the way.
A little surprised, Kevin, with the play
Illegal
selection.
formation. Offense. Penalty is declined. 3rd down.
Give it up just 11 yards to the Baltimore Ravens.
It's a 3rd and 10. Thomas is on the left side that time. Pryor can't hold on to it. Revis was on his tail. It's incomplete. Would have been good had he hauled it in. Fact of the late Al Davis. The punt from Colquitt. Marshall back there looking up into a misty sky at the 15, the fair catch, 34-yard punt.
Talented player. He seems to play better when he's not playing from behind.
It's a Forte handoff on 1st and 10 with Fitzpatrick throwing a block, and there's Kirksey who has to bring him down. After a 1st down run, he's up near the 30. It's Forte, got by Kendrick, and got by Taylor. Then brought down after a gain of 2. It's Forte. Got the block from Clady. And he's shy of the 1st to the 36 with a gain of 4. Down run earlier. Fitzpatrick with 3rd and 4. Giacomini is in there. That was knocked down by Nassib. Is that the 2nd one that he's deflected today? He has really gotten in the flight path of some of those Fitzpatrick throws today. It's 4th down, and the punting unit is out there.
Tried to throw to the right.
Edwards will punt, bobbles it, and gets it away. And it's wobbly and wounded. Duke Johnson over there with the coverage.
Gotta work on those hands.
Yeah, there. Same thing right there. Bobbled snap on 1st and 10. Crowell. And he was brought down by Jenkins on the play. There is no gain. 2nd down and 10.
Come on, you got to be better than that, Kevin.
2nd down and 10. There's a dart on about the 40-yard line. Revis is on Pryor when he came in. 3rd and 1. Duke Johnson, big hole, nice block by Greco. Into the secondary, Gilchrist brings him down. That's a burst of 16 and a Cleveland 1st down to the 45 of New York. 3rd round pick a season ago. Crowell is in. Fake to Crowell, 1st and 10. Through the hands of Pryor. Coverage by Revis.
You just hate this as a quarterback.
I bet. Dump it out with a screen play. Quick over the block. Here comes Crowell. Always breaking tackles. He's into the secondary. It looked like Pryor may have tripped him up. He did. A catch and run of 13. They'll put him at the 27 in New York. 1st and 10. Pryor and Revis. Good move by Pryor.
It's through the air.
1st down and 10. Town is on the move. Wisely gets out of bounds, coming off that broken clavicle, which kept him out for
the runs we saw last week.
2nd down, 7. Hogan throws outside. Hawkins is there and broken up on the play by Roberts. McCown for the tight end. Flag on Pryor. Working on the tight end for the Browns, Barnage. Pryor is whistled right there. CLE, first and goal. Crowell, touchdown, 1 yard. Isaiah Crowell.
Boy, this is a good-looking run. He's a very determined runner. I've been impressed with Isaiah Crowell's toughness. He can do real damage if he gets enough touches. This is a good physical run from a yard out.
Pastor came in there and made a block. Alan Bailey was providing leverage as well. It was a 9-play, 70-yard drive. They are reviewing it now.
Trying to see whether or not his knee is down before the ball crosses the goal line. It's going to be hard to tell in that scrum.
Initially, Pete Morelli was signaling for them to kick the extra point, and then he immediately stopped.
Packs that big punch, and he's very comfortable doing the dirty work up inside.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
And they initially did that. Then they had a 13-yard catch and run. Here's the extra point, making it 17-7 with 1:51 to go. The Browns.
Quarterback and the ability to push the ball down the field a little bit to Terrell Pryor.
Nick Marshall is back, and he'll leave it on a knee in the end zone to the 25 with a touchback.
Stay closer to the playoffs.
3 timeouts for Fitzpatrick, first and 10 here. Ajalana with the block, but they come from the backside and they bring him down. That is a hit by Tyrone Holmes, who's a rookie from Montana. He was waived by Jacksonville. He led college football in sacks a year ago at Montana.
This is an effort sack. He's going to run by him the first time, but he doesn't give up. He just keeps chugging along. He's able to get Fitzpatrick down. Looked particularly sharp under center.
After the sack, second and 10. Almost picked off on the play. Coming through is Kindred, who is a rookie and a 4th-round pick out of TCU. 6 defensive backs, third and 10. Powell was in. Fitzpatrick throwing it behind Enunwa, who was covered by the linebacker Kirksey. It was the matchup he wanted. Punt. You know he's had trouble getting some of these long snaps too. My goodness, very close. Howard almost got it. Short punt and takes a Cleveland bounce to their 42. Pryor was with a hamstring. First and 10. Johnson was in the backfield. That's the target. Nice spinning catch. Harris is chasing. Roberts couldn't bring him down. May have slowed him up, and then finally Harris jumps on his back, brings him down. 32-yard catch and run to the 26-yard line of the Jets. First and 10. Johnson, draw play. Blocked by Greco. Hawkins tries to give a block, and finally it was Gilchrist that got him, bringing him down.
He has provided the spark so far in this one.
First and goal, blocked by Thomas. Incomplete. Harris was chasing the crossing pattern of Andrew Hawkins. Blitz. Oh, devoured by Wilkerson. Missing last week, coming in today, brings him down. He is sacked in the play. And he's back to about the 16-yard line.
You look at him inside, they're going to bring the safety. He comes screaming up in there as well. They get squeezed a little bit short, and the center, Irving, takes a poor angle. He's a little bit late coming out. You can't afford to do that with a player like Muhammad Wilkerson.
Third and goal at the 16. McCown on the move, and down he goes at about the 8. And chased down on the play by Leonard Williams. Markey will try a 27-yard field goal. With time winding down in the first half, and he nails it. 20-7, winless Cleveland over the Jets.
Brandon Marshall going in the second half.
You'll recall, to begin the game, the Jets won the flip of the coin, elected to receive in the second half as they deferred, and this is Nick Marshall who takes it out to begin our second half. Run out of bounds by Derek Kindred. Forte with the first and 10. And holding on for dear life is the rookie free agent out of Miami, Tracy Howard, playing the free safety, gain of 5.
Playing in this situation.
Second down and 5. Going deep. And may be picked off and torn away. Enunwa was jousting with Taylor. 6 in the secondary. Draw play, 3rd and 5. Powell. Kirksey got a hand on him initially, close to a first down. Works his way to the 32-yard line of the Jets, who come in 2-5 and off a win last week, stopping a 4-game losing streak. They get the first down.
And in Matt Forte and a defense that has struggled stopping the run.
Powell on 1st and 10. Ogba along with Davis against his old team.
Been experienced on this side of the ball.
They deploy Forte as a receiver, top your screen. Here's a nice spinning catch made by Marshall on 2nd down and 11. Forced out of bounds by Campbell. So the catch and run takes him to the 49-yard line of Cleveland. It's a gain of 20, and it's a first down for New York. Arizona in a row. 1st and 10. Forte this time's in the backfield. Blocked by Giacomini. Spinning away and trying to get free. And Schobert, the rookie out of Wisconsin, was there. It is a gain of a yard.
Touches and some catches here early in the second half.
With a 2nd and 9, he's going to bring it up the middle. He's got to get to the 39. A flag has been thrown. He was brought down from behind by Tramon Williams. 8-yard gain.
Ryan Fitzpatrick, if we know anything about him, he's pretty stubborn.
The play. Result of the play, short, 3rd down.
With a 3rd down and 1, and Powell in the backfield into 6 in the secondary. He got the first, lunging for 3. With the coverage by the linebacker Kirksey on the side.
When he's just wheeling and dealing and getting the ball out quickly from the gun.
It's Forte and a 1st and 10. And a block by Bostic, the tight end. Moves a little bit of it down to the 31-yard line. 2nd down and 4. And Fitzpatrick finds an open Marshall. And now he's looking for some blocking from Bostic, and pursuing it well was the linebacker Kirksey.
You have to ask yourself, what did Brandon Marshall say to Ryan Fitzpatrick in the locker room at halftime?
Keep your hat on, probably. 1st and 10.
No, throw me the ball!
Yeah, right. No, I'm just kidding. It's a gain of 2.
You see they're trying to work these safeties out there to help.
2nd down 9 into 6 defensive backs. In stride again. Enunwa breaks 1 tackle. Breaks another tackle of Kindred. Breaks a 3rd tackle and takes it in. A touchdown. Kirksey had a shot at him inside the 5, couldn't bring him down. 3 broken tackles. Enunwa takes it in. 24-yard touchdown reception. The Jets are back in business.
Well, Enunwa, he's much better and more comfortable working inside. And he's such a big, physical, powerful receiver with the ball in his hands after the catch. He is a tough tackle in the open field receiver.
Coming out of halftime, the Browns have allowed 6 touchdowns in 8 games on the first possession by their opponent.
This is a secondary that allowed 34 touchdown passes, 3rd most in the league. Poor tackling from that last one against Enunwa.
Folk, and it goes to Ricardo Lewis. Second half opening drive and a touchdown pass. 1st and 10, Crowell. A lot of congestion right there. Stanford falls on him. Leonard Williams, no gain on the play. They stay at the 25. 2nd down and 10. That's Vidal, who is a tight end. And a rookie from Princeton who makes his first NFL reception right there. Gain of 4.
Image early and then bailing.
3rd and long 5. Barnage a block. They go outside. It's caught right here by Ricardo Lewis. And he's into the secondary and brought down by Marcus Gilchrist. It is a gain of 25. He'll take it.
He's getting close, but they have young players at that position that have a big upside.
Crowell, 1st and 10. Into the secondary. Brought down by Gilchrist.
15-10 in Tampa. I don't count them out. Back to Kevin and Rich.
1st down and 10. They go outside.
That might be a
I was just going to say it was in back.
They should take a look at that. That was a backwards pass.
Exactly.
On the field, is it was a backwards pass. The ball will be spotted where it went out of bounds.
Loss of 4. 14. Good time. Going deep and incomplete to the tight end, Randall Telford.
Pick up 6-8 yards. It gives your field goal kicker an opportunity.
3rd and 14 through the hands of Lewis, who has been battling drops coverage by Stanford.
Kevin, just anticipating what they'll do, always a concern.
Cole quits the punt. All about placement. Marshall, fair caught, 16-yard line.
White 80!
Forte, 1st and 10. Ogba devours them. Back at the 14, loss of 2. The former Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year and a rookie for the Browns. Johnson the snap, angled out today because of the ankle and a fluttering pass incomplete. Looking for Marshall, coverage by Howard. Powell out of the backfield, and it may have been scooped in by Anderson with the coverage by Taylor. They call it a catch at the 30. He picks up 16 on 3rd and 12 and a Jet first down.
180!
To the 1st and 10. Going deep, he's got a Nunwa. What a catch! And there he goes. Beating Jamar Taylor. Takes it inside the 15 of the Browns. What a play. A great strike. A catch and run of 57. And it's 1st and 10 for the Jets.
Well, the inexperience at the safety position is a problem right now for this Cleveland defense. And this is just too easy for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Play action. Look at the draw you get from the safeties. No one in the middle of the field. I mean, this is amazing. And that's why the Browns have continued to give up big plays this year. You put your corners on an island with no help inside from the safety.
1st and 10. And they're going here for the wide receiver. Coverage by Hayden. 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick. Incomplete for a Nunwa. And the coverage by Tramon Williams. 3rd and 10. He's out of the block, and across it goes. Caught by Anderson, looking for a block from Powell, and he's inside the 5. Williams got a hit on him. Howard got a hit on him. And it's a catch and run of 9 to the 4 of the Browns. Bostic is in the backfield with Forte, who gets the call. He'll slice his way in for the touchdown. 4-yard touchdown run. And that ties the game with the extra point coming up.
A gutsy call by Todd Bowles. Watch him pull the right guard winners. You're going to see Matt Forte. He just follows his big guard right downhill. He's able to bounce it from the A gap to the B gap between the guard and tackle.
2 second half Jet touchdowns. The extra point for the lead for the first time today. Who trailed at the half 20-7. Now they lead by 1. They leave it in the end zone. Really? No, they're going to bring it out. Look at Lewis, Ricardo Lewis.
It was a bad decision.
It was a hesitation. And then the gang tackle. He was hit on the play by Josh Martin and Nick Marshall. And Bears. 1st and 10. Fake to Crowell, who offers the block from McCown. And it's incomplete. And was it picked up by Gilchrist on the ricochet? They say it was down. Hit the ground. They were going for Andrew Hawkins.
That's tough. With these bigger corners and long arms.
2nd down and 10. This is Crowell. Weaving his way to the 22-yard line. Caught down by Williams and picks up 2 on the play. I get it. Into the nickel, 3rd and 7. Carnage is in off the bench. Going deep. Oh, he's got separation. Pryor. Pushed off on Revis. There is no flag. Although Revis thinks he was shoved, and it looked like from up here he was. It's Cole with the punt. Keelan Marshall is back. To get outside the numbers. And then got the bounce. Let's see how much yards they give him. The 19-yard line.
Alive.
Fitzpatrick 1st and 10. And almost hauled in by Marshall with coverage deep in the secondary by Campbell.
Difficult on these corners.
3rd down and 10. 2nd down and 10. Excuse me. Here comes Forte. Kirksey gets him. Defensive backs now 3rd and 4. Powell's out of the backfield. And they go for the back shoulder throw. It's caught by Marshall. His coverage, Joe Hayden. The completion to the 36 of the Jets, a pickup of 11. Bubbled and dropped. Anunwa.
He seemed to have success.
Second down and 10. Shifty moves here by Powell. Head down, brought down by Kirksey. He's out to the 45, Rich, and he picks up 9. In the words of his wife, Pat, in the early stages of Alzheimer's, it was a 3rd and 1 quarterback keeper by Fitzpatrick, who takes it to the 46.
And, you know, he could coach any segment of the football team. He can coach offense, he can coach defense, he coaches special teams. He was an outstanding football coach for so long. Play at this position, so far so good for Ryan Fitzpatrick in this one though.
Forte, 1st and 10. With a drive and a tackle made by Jamie Meter, he picks up 6. He's down into Cleveland's 48-yard line.
Too much.
Right now he's got a 2nd down and 4. Fires one out to Anderson. He is smothered by Taylor. He gets 7. He gets a 1st down to the 42 of Cleveland. 3.5 minutes. 1st and 10. There was a block by Anunwa, and there goes Powell. There he gets a block downfield from Peak. And he takes it into the grasp of the defense at the 22-yard line. Derek Kindred brings him down.
Love it.
Forte, 1st and 10. Oh, he's breaking tackles again and finally grabbed by Holmes and by Howard. It is a gain of 5. 2nd down and 5. A little sidearm throw there, get around Nassib, and here comes Forte. He makes a juke, and he's down to the 1. Forte winners a block. Down to the 1. Hit by Paya, Stephen Paya. There was a block by Carpenter. It's a touchdown run by Matt Forte. A 2-yard touchdown run. And the New York Jets have scored 20 unanswered on the Cleveland Browns.
Well, Forte has really run the ball well inside.
But Carpenter just opened up a big hole there at that left guard position. The Jets score since halftime. And 21 unanswered points by the New York Jets, who trailed 20-7 at halftime. Trying to notch their 2nd consecutive win after the win last week over Baltimore. Stopped a 4-game losing streak. They'll leave that in the end zone out to the 25-yard line. One score down. With all this Jet talk, they're down by only 8. Here's the run by Crowell. Drilled on the play by a couple, including the linebacker. Stanford, a gain of 5. He's up to the 29 of the Browns.
Get their drive here. Give their defense a chance to rest up some.
2nd down and 5. Looking long. Revis almost had it, and it was picked off on the play by Gilchrist. They were both back there watching Pryor. It's a turnover, and Gilchrist takes it the other way. His 2nd interception of the season. Had an interception last week against Baltimore, Gilchrist did. Returned to 24 yards. He returns that 34 yards. His 2nd pick in as many games for the Jets.
Watch Pryor. He's going to stop, Kevin. He actually slows down, doesn't think he's going to get the ball, then realizes it's coming. We talked about the indecision with the inexperienced wide receivers. If you're Josh McCown, the only thing I can say to you is don't let his mistake.
Pete Morelli has taken a look at the play.
After reviewing the play, the runner was down by contact at the 24-yard line. Please set the game clock to 9:03.
So Marcus Gilchrist, who was a 2nd-round pick by San Diego 6 years ago, comes up with his 2nd interception in as many weeks for the New York Jets. The foot of Pryor got him as he was falling.
Yeah, just keep an eye on that left foot of Pryor. He's going to get tangled up with the safety, Marcus Gilchrist, and that's just enough to get the safety on the ground.
It's a 1st and 10 handoff. Forte trying to find some space. Demario Davis is there.
Him some different looks here in the 2nd half.
Powell in, 2nd and 10. And across the middle here comes Marshall. Room to roam and out of bounds into Cleveland territory. Beats Hayden, covered by Kindred. Spot the ball at the 45 of the Browns. Just hobbled off the field. 1st and 10. There at the point of attack by Winters. It was a handoff to Forte, and he was losing a yard back to the 46 and hit by Xavier Cooper. Zed Forte was 75 yards on the ground. 2nd down, 11. Fitzpatrick lasers one over there. Incomplete, looking for Marshall with the coverage by the 2-time Pro Bowler Joe Hayden. 3rd and 11.
Oh, whoop. Second time today.
Clady.
A little antsy.
False start. 5-yard penalty remains. 3rd down.
Situation. I'm not going to give Fitzpatrick an opportunity to throw a pick.
You called it. Carpenter the block. There goes Powell off to the races. He's got the 1st down. Kindred was the one to bring him down. Flag.
Holding. Number 77 offense. 10-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
That's Carpenter wiping out a 17-yard run.
On the same play. He's in a position to run the same play right here.
Forte, 3rd and 18. Just by midfield, Agba brings him down. Agba
is not the end of the world.
They need Edwards to get a good punt right here. Kind of a mixed day for him. High, hanging. Duke Johnson is back, and if they save it, they do. What a play. Grabbed by Justin Burris. A well-placed 48-yard punt, the best of the day by Lachlan Edwards.
Room here, but Josh McCown, Kevin, has been in plenty of these situations throughout his career. You get Sheldon Richardson for a neutral zone infraction. A little antsy.
Neutral zone infraction. 97 defense. 5-yard penalty.
There is no 97. Work underneath against Revis.
1st and 5. Johnson in the backfield. McCown. Incomplete. Yeah. 2nd and 5. They're looking for Barnage. Upended by Pryor. Pete Morelli, who has 6 members of this crew.
New York is challenging the previous play of a completed catch.
That may be a catch. You know, clearly it's coming out, Kevin, but it looks like it may hit the back leg. Can't tell if it hits the leg of Calvin Pryor. It's a good tackle. Ball's coming loose, but I don't know if it ever hits the ground.
After reviewing the play, the ball hit the ground. It's an incomplete pass. Please set the game clock to 5:19. The ball will be placed back at the 6-yard line.
Hurry, go!
McCown, drilled by Pryor and picked off on the play on the ricochet. It was intercepted on the play by Malden. Lorenzo Malden. That's the 2nd interception. 2nd Cleveland turnover. And look where it is. Inside the 10 at the 8.
How about the last 2 plays? Calvin Pryor has made it to safety position. He's the one that comes down here, and he's going to make the initial hit that jars the ball loose. And you look at Lorenzo Malden, he's in a perfect position, a little unexpected good fortune. But look at the hit from Pryor to knock the ball away from Duke Johnson Jr.
It's the first Jet linebacker interception in 49 games. Anderson on the move. Forte. He kind of sidestepped Danny Shelton there, who tripped him up enough. There's a loss of a yard back to the 9. Tucking down and goal at the 8. Forte with 2 rushing touchdowns today. Tries to get as close as the 5. He's got 3.
Well, Powell.
Caught up in the water.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same idea.
Yeah.
Kevin, you and I were doing a Raiders game a couple weeks ago and saw that very same play.
We did.
The Kansas City Chiefs.
They extend their lead. They have scored 24 unanswered points.
You work in that market, you got to be careful what you say.
Atkinson, he'll take it out. Nice special teams play right there by Josh Martin.
Get into this one.
With Duke Johnson in the backfield, 1st and 10. Pressure, Malden's got it. Drops by Johnson.
A hand warmer,
No.
Kevin. That's silly.
But he just got a souvenir. 2nd down and 10. Barnage has it. Grabbed quickly by Williams. hold down, 27-yard line, close to the first down. No, he got the first down. First and 10. Counted as he throws. He had Steve McClendon coming right up the middle.
To line up and get a play called in this situation.
Second down, 10.
Well, that's an unusual call.
Gets out of bounds. Duke Johnson does. Clock will continue to roll, though. No gain on the play.
Not the situation you want to be in against a Jets defense that likes to bring pressure.
Down one to go deep. He goes underneath instead. Duke Johnson. He makes Stanford miss. And then Revis will bring him down with a catch and run to the 43. Picks up 17. That is a Cleveland first down. 5 defensive backs for the Jets. Moves up niftily into the hands of Andrew Hawkins. In the vicinity covering was Julian Stanford. Second down and 10.
I'm coming out of the game late. I would have had a fit.
Second down and 10. They were going for Ricardo Lewis with the coverage by Revis. One timeout apiece. Duke Johnson, missed tackle by Revis. He slips out of the grasp of another one, Simon. He picks up 6 on the play.
Now, it should be interchangeable. The other inside receivers just jump outside.
First and 10. Down the middle, Duke Johnson. And hit on the play by Calvin Pryor. 26-yard catch and run. 3:24. 3:40 is the record by Brian Sight. They're chasing him there with Richardson and Stanford, and incomplete.
Throwing the ball in the end zone. Taking some shots.
Now,
Got to get
for a
out.
block from DeVal. Look at him breaking tackles inside the 5. Finally hit by Harris, who trips him up inside the 5. First and goal. Crowell.
There's the game
Stop.
right there.
Yeah.
Jeez.
They'll take a timeout, I'm assuming. And goal. And for Barnage.
He got one foot in.
Yep, he did. He was covered there by Rontez Miles. Third and goal at the 1. And caught by Hawkins for his second touchdown of the day. Beat Marcus Williams again. Williams taking the place of the inactive Buster Screen, who's got a knee injury.
Quick throw here to the flat. Now they've got to go for 2. Kick an onside kick. And then, I just don't think you have enough time, Kevin. 12 seconds. I'm thinking if I'm Josh McCown, you got the one-on-one matchup, give him a chance to go up and make a play.
Good call, Rich. They got him. And they beat Darrell Roberts.
These guys block up front.
Marshall.
Too easy
got
for
it.
Marshall.
Down he goes, and that'll do it. Cut him.
They cut him, but it was instead of
And he was
Jordy,
a former basketball.
Jordy Nelson
I know.
was sitting back there ready to make the catch.
So they get the win today, the Jets do, after trailing 20-7 at halftime. Go on to score 24 unanswered points and come up with their second consecutive win. And for Hugh Jackson, they remain winless. They have lost the Browns today.